I realized, you know what? No one is coming to save me. And that was the time I also made a decision to save myself. You know what? You're right. Like, who can actually tell me that I cannot do anything? And I was like, so before I hit send, I'm like, wait a minute. No, I don't need anyone to believe in me. I
Starts with you.
just had to believe in me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of The Giving Table, the podcast where purpose meets generosity and where women who lead with heart come to share their stories.
This is She Means Business. A podcast created for women building real legacies. Here, stories meet strategy. We spotlight the people behind the brands, the decisions behind the success, and the lessons you can actually use. You will learn tools, resources, and honest conversations from founders, leaders, and visionaries shaping what business looks like now. If you're building something that matters, you are in the right place. Welcome to She Means Business.
So, to open the series, I'm honored to welcome a woman who just embodies empowerment and global connection. Jennifer is the founder of Global Connection. She's a visionary who just helps people elevate their lives through mindset, opportunity, and personal growth. Jennifer, thank you for joining me on the premiere episode. How are you?
I'm doing great, Gigi. Thank you so much for having me here. It is an honor to be your first guest.
Of course. So let's dive in.
Yes.
Your Global Connection was built on pretty much the idea of empowering others. Mm-hmm. How did you start YGC and what is the mission behind that?
Well, that's a great question. People think that I started YGC as like some kind of pretty business plan, but it really did not start that way. It started with quiet moments, very humbling moments for me, inside my car, thinking about how I could go about my life. And while I was in my car one day, I realized, you know what? No one is coming to save me. And that was the time I also made a decision to save myself. And that's how YGC came about. I know that through my connections and through my experiences and the opportunities that I have encountered along the way, I can also help people, help women.
Yes.
Have that hope that no matter where they're at in their life right now, if they wanted to enhance, grow, or just really get out of a bad situation, they can. They just have to choose to rebuild. They have to choose to rise and get out of the victim mindset.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that. So you said you work with individuals who just pretty much want to elevate their lives through whether it's education, real estate, and personal development.
Yes.
So in what ways have you just seen transformation ripple beyond the individuals and positively impact whether it's families, our communities, or even, your networks?
Well, so I started my NLP certification journey with Kaya Redford that you've met last year. So Kaya is with Top Producers Global. And so one of the things that he does is this breakthrough sessions in his workshops. And I've seen, maybe I could share a story. After this one activity, we had to share our thoughts about this one topic.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, Kaya asked, okay, so how did you guys feel about this activity? And then this one lady, she raised her hand and she said, I want to read something. And then she said, I knew that I wanted to share this, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I should have. She said that in front of everyone. And then Kaya said, okay, well, who gave you, who are you asking permission from? why didn't, and then, and towards the end, she was like, you know what? You're right. Like, who can actually tell me that I cannot do anything? So I saw that, and I had shivers, because it's like, it touched her life right there. And that breakthrough, Gigi, it doesn't have to be such a grand situation, like, the water, like anything miraculous. But just that 1% change in her mindset would definitely change the trajectory of how she runs her business. And to me, that was also a breakthrough for me, because it's like, wow. And I learned transformation is not just with one person. When someone transforms in within your surrounding, you can also get that you would feel that transformation. Right. So I see that around, like, just that is just one 10-minute work activity. But I see a lot of other women who would reach out to me. Like, one is Stephanie. She's a good friend of mine, a commercial realtor. And she did say, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for introducing Kaya to ARIA Las Vegas, Asian Real Estate Association of America. Mm-hmm. It is a great organization for realtors like myself. And so she said, when I met Kaya, it really changed my life. And I'm, she's also starting her own journey for herself. And, we shared both that it's hard. It's not easy. But if you do the work, you can transform. And I see that in real time. And I know, because I'm changing little lives here and there. I'm not even like grand or anything. To me, that's enough. To me, that's worth my ROI building a YGC.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
So pretty much the Giving Table really highlights women who lead with heart. Mm-hmm. And I see that you lead with heart. What values or beliefs pretty much guide the legacy that you're building? And how do you stay grounded just in those values while navigating entrepreneurship?
Well, my values would be integrity, one. I want to lead with intention. I want to love with integrity and build with purpose. Everything that I do has a purpose. Today, I am very honored to be here because I also wanted to share. And the goal is to touch other lives, your life and Jackie's life and everyone else who's listening to this one. So yes.
Okay, perfect. So many women listening today may have dreams of just pretty much serving their community, but really don't know where to start. So what advice would you give them?
Be kind to yourself and just work with what you have at the moment. Mm-hmm. Sit down, sit back, and realize what do I have right now that I can make an impact with others, right? So, and for example, from in my case, what I know I have as a resource is the connections that I have. The relationships I have built mm-hmm. over the years. So I'm using that as my capital to now help others. So it doesn't matter what your business is, what you want to do, as long as it's something you're passionate about, and it's something that you have at the moment. You just have to really, really think about what is it that you can do to make an impact. At the end of the day, you have to make an impact, whatever it is that you think of putting up as a business.
Okay, perfect. So your platform, YGC, your global connection, reaches people in powerful ways.
Yes.
So how do you intentionally use your voice, your influence, and your business to give back to the community and create meaningful change?
Well, through YGC connects people to 3 W's: wealth, wisdom, and world-class opportunities mm-hmm. through real estate, business collaboration, and also transformational events. So the way that YGC gives back is to change your lives through the connections that we have. may it be a personal transformation or a business enhancement. So through those networks, I'm able to give back to the community, and also I'm actively looking for a charity that I can support, that YGC can support. So yes, I would love to talk to you about that, because the more you give out, the more blessings you receive. So I'm all about giving.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Commentary is always looking, for definitely collaborations to give back, especially, within the youth platform. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes. And I have a 13-year-old, so this is perfect. I want to grow, I want to build a community that's really safe, that's healthy for not just for me, but and my friends and my family, but also like just everyone. It starts with us,
Yes,
and then you
absolutely.
just build around it.
Thank you to our partners who make this conversation.
Okay. Hey everyone, we're back with the Giving Table. My name is Gigi Roundtree, and we have Jennifer here. And by the way, the She Mean Business magazine is out. Make sure to get your copy. So excited. So, Jennifer.
Okay.
So we've talked about just your mission and YGC and why you started it. And let's get to know you.
Okay.
Let's get to know you, Jennifer, behind YGC. What is the story behind YGC and you, and why you kind of wanted to start it?
Okay. Born and raised in the Philippines. I moved to the United States in 2018. I moved to Southern California. Then I years later moved to Vegas, 2024. So, story behind YGC and how it relates to me. Been divorced twice, and now I'm engaged.
Yay.
And with that alone, now you can see I do not settle. I will always be finding what I deserve, who I deserve. And fast forward to this relationship that I have, I know that I can feel in my heart that I finally found the one that I deserve. And the only reason that I found the right person is because I did the work. I made sure I am the right person for whoever that person is, right? So I changed my frequency, and the people that I attracted changed as well. So that's how I realized, like, hey, okay, with YGC, I'm able to share that, number one, there is hope to rebuild and to rise again. And no matter how many times you have to go through it, when you learn your lesson, it would definitely change. And the biggest breakthrough for me is that I used to believe that someone else has to believe in me before I could do something.
Yes.
And just recently, I had a second thought in my, second thoughts, right? Building this business. And I told Goran, I said, like, hey, I don't know. I think this is crazy. I think this doesn't make sense. I don't think people would even understand what I'm trying to build. Right?
Correct.
And then I caught myself texting him. He said, it's okay, baby, this and that, right? And I texted, like, mindlessly I texted, and I said, I just want you to believe in me. And then I was like, before I hit send, I'm like, wait a minute. No. I don't need anyone to believe in me. I
Starts with you.
just had to believe in me. And to me, that's where I really saw YGC in a different way. Oh my God, this is being in this side.
You're just passionate.
Yeah, being in this side of being interviewed is hard because I'm the one always interviewing people.
Yeah.
And for me to be here makes me it reminds myself that I matter too,
You do?
right? And it's not just the people that I connect so many people, and in the end I forget myself, and I have to forgive myself for that. I have also realized that it's no one's fault, it is mine. And everything that I am experiencing now, oh, thank you, this is really pretty.
I know. I always say that.
Right? It's so pretty. I love it. It's just, you just have to believe in yourself. So, like on your birthday, on my way, I was like, oh my God, I have to memorize my script. Because,
I remember you
during
telling
our
me.
coaching, you'd be like, hey, Jenny, sometimes I'll be asking you, what is YGC? You got to be able to answer me straight up without looking at your phone like, YGC is this, that, right? So that was overthinking. And then I was reminded again, like, hey, don't be so nervous about introducing who you are or what your business is, because if you have a giving heart, if you know you're coming from intention, you're the one helping them, right? So they need you. So always, in real estate, always be the buyer in business, not just in real estate. What I say, always be the buyer, always have to be in a mindset where you are the one who's bringing value to the table and they should listen. When your voice hits the air, the universe grabs a chair.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of like why I'm so passionate about YGC, is because through my connections, and what by connections, Gigi, I mean real relationships, true alignment, no toxic environment. Like it has to be a win-win situation, because otherwise it's not a true win. In one of my NLP certification, one of the first few things that I've learned is every relationship that you decide to be part of, it has to be ecological. By ecological, it means it has to be beneficial across the board, and not just for you or not just for that person. So now I'm being very careful of who I associate myself with. And I bring that to YGC as well. I am not for everyone. I'm okay not to have so many friends. I turned 40 this year. I probably got 10 people who remembered. And now I know those 10 or so people are my people. Because they decide to be part of your life. We're all busy, but they took the time to call. Like, oh my God, I have a hard time like calling people back sometimes because you only have enough time in a day. So I do appreciate these busy business people like myself taking the time of day to just reach out. Hey, how are you? Happy birthday. Those are the people that I want to work with. And you'll see who the people I'm working with now. And I want to keep that as the core value of YGC. I want to be able to stay true to that. I will be filtering who I want to collaborate with, and it has to align with my values, because otherwise, it's not ecological.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and I think that's why you created YGC. And I remember you sharing snippets of your story to me.
Yes.
Because I did ask you what was the passion and drive behind YGC. And I know that we all have a story in why we choose a path. And I feel like YGC is just bridging that gap, not with only community, but just really with like-minded people.
Exactly.
And that's why I just love like what you do. And I see the passion behind that as well, so thank you definitely for sharing that.
No, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story, because there are a lot of women out there that it's a silent pain. You do not see obvious physically they're okay, but behind closed doors you don't know what's going on. And that's who I want to reach out to, because these are women that I see on social media like there's nothing, but I know their story, and I want them to silently know. I know they're not liking my photo, nothing, right? But I so know they're listening. I so know they're following. And I so know in my own way, I'm able to instill in their minds that, hey, you know what? If Jenny did that, I can do it too. If Gigi was able to create this really amazing, the Giving Table charity business, I can do it too. Other people can do it too. And yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's just relationship. People would be asking me like, okay, what is the ROI of YGC? What's the financial gain, right? But honestly, I can boldly tell that person, it's like, my focus is, at least for 2026, is not the financial gain, because as an entrepreneur, I know it takes a couple years for you to really grow your business. But while I'm growing that business monetarily, I am going to build a very strong foundation that would be my connection, my kind of my database for whatever business I want to be in, right? And right now, what I'm wanting to grow is my relationship capital, my network, right? Because I remember back in San Diego, this Miriam Hibashi, one of a speaker as well, she reminded me, she said, your network is your net worth. And I always remember that to this day. It's like, so every relationship that I grow, that I decide to grow, is purposeful. It's with a good heart, and I know it's mutual. I give the same way as that person's giving back. And other than that, it's a no-go for me. And yeah, I have no problem cutting people like straight up. Like, girl, bye, boy, bye, whatever. So, but that's how we should be. Back then, I would always linger to toxic relationships, business relationships, or whatever. That does not really serve me. I can't grow, right? Because my hands are shackled. But the moment I really discerned and really be protective, respected my own boundaries, I felt more empowered as a person, as a woman. Like, I do not settle for less anymore, and I always get more, because I demanded the universe that this is what I know I deserve, and they give it, and it gives it to me. Thank God, right? So it's really energy, frequency at the end of the day. That's what I have realized over the trying times that I've had over the past few years.
Perfect. I want to say that I know that you touch a lot about, the mindset and things like that. And that is definitely one of my core values that I set for myself, is having that mindset, especially when you're in business and trying to grow a community.
Yes.
Not only here in Vegas, but I know that you said that you wanted to do it even at an international level.
Yes.
Right. So I have a nonprofit called Common Tree, and we actually service the youth here in Las Vegas through mentorship in the school district. And we do give a lot and tied to Title I schools as well as community outreach. That actually took me 10 years to kind of really find my footing in not only Las Vegas, but reach like others that are kind of in the same field as me. So I kind of understand like really trying to connect with others, because when I first started, that first year was just me before I built a team and board members. And people were just like, who are you? Like, you're pretty much like nobody. And I would be really downtown trying to connect with other nonprofits, but they seen me as grassroots. And I had to kind of change my mindset and even invest in myself with the tools and resources to become even to where I am now, and kind of reframing, you know, or recalibrating, I should say, my mindset to even think at a level of abundance. Because I used to be like, oh, if I connect with this person, like they're not gonna like me, or thinking about what others think about me, right?
Right.
And I was like, man, I need to really change and stop thinking about what others think about me, and started operating as myself. And then I started to attract like the people who really align with me and my vision, and really support me in what I do in my mission to really pour back into our community, and that's through the youth.
Nice.
You know, so the Giving Table is just really a platform that I'm so thankful for through She Means Business, for me to be able to highlight women who also align with my mission of wanting to give back to the community, whether it's through their businesses or nonprofits. Yeah, so I really, you know, just really thank you for sharing your story. And tell us, what is YGC looking like in 2026? Any events?
We do have. In fact, it's getting a lot busier. We already have 4 secured events with Top Producers Global with Kaya Redford. I'm also working on. I do not want to release information until I get the green light. But I have a couple more of other businesses that are wanting to collaborate. And only because I asked for it, only because I went out there and you know, and put it out there to the universe, and now we're receiving it. So so there's a lot of events happening for YGC next year, and for business collaborations, it's still ongoing. So if it's something, if there are business owners out there who would want to expand their business locally and globally, I'm happy to connect with them and see how we can align.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Well, thank you so much for that. So where can we find you?
So, Your Global Connection. So I'm on YouTube, Your Global Connection, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm still working on the other platforms, TikTok maybe. So all of the social media platforms, I can be seen there. The website is still ongoing, but is yourglobalconnectionllc.com.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is your Instagram? Where can we find you?
Your Global Connection.
Okay,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Thank you, Jennifer,
Thank
just
you so much, Gigi.
for coming on the Giving Table. And definitely can't wait. Don't forget, this magazine is out. And stay tuned.
Grab your copy.
Thank you, Jen, just for
You're
coming
welcome.
and sharing your beautiful story on, YGC and why you started it. So,
Thank you so much, Gigi, for this opportunity. But I want to take this opportunity to get to share the information with our audience. Tell us a little bit about Giving Table and how they can help out and how they can reach you.
oh yeah, definitely. So, Giving Table, we highlight women that truly just really love the community and give back through whether it's their business or nonprofit, and just really that leadership in our community. And aside from that, I do have something that I have really been working on, and it really highlights community. And so really stay tuned, locked in. It will be launched the end of January. And if you would like to follow us, or me personally, I can be reached at Gigi Roundtree on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and that's all I'm on. Oh, and TikTok. I'm starting my TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, I should too.
Thank you for watching. See you all in the next episode of the She Means Business podcast. Hasta pronto.